So we will be Okay, welcome back to another episode of Zubymart, where we pretend as if no time elapsed and nothing happened. Zubair's got his flash on, taking my picture as if it's not irritating, but we will continue. We have got a surprise package today, because of course you know this channel is all about the low-cost mid-range cell phone. Today's cell phone is a case in point. We have a interesting device from LeTv. The full name of this is actually a Chinese company known as LeTv Internet Information Corp, I think. So they are an internet services provider in China, but one of the largest. And now, like any human being or any entity that wants to grow, they've now ventured into hardware, much like Xiaomi. A lot of people actually don't know that Xiaomi is primarily an internet services company, but they are now more famous for their hardware. But they're trying to replicate Apple's model, where they actually make more from services than they do from their hardware. So with that little tutorial done and dusted, let's get into this device and open the box, guys. Okay, and here we are. Since I did buy this one for my sister-in-law, she said she needed a phone, so being the good family member and in a position to do so, I did buy a new phone. And yeah, this is it. This is how we do it, guys. You know what I'm saying? No fancy butterfly flip knives here. This is Durban. This is how we unbox. And just in case you guys are wondering why I am sweating like a German pig right now, it is what's the temperature here? I think it's like 32 degrees out here. Durbs today is like, it's a sauna. So adding to the fact this is quite an old house and there's no air conditioning, so yeah, I gotta show my guns for you guys, you know, I gotta show my guns. Anyway, let's get into the box. Oh, beautiful device. The color, of course, is rose. I think it's rose gold because I bought this for my sister-in-law. We've got a 6.3-inch display. It's not completely bezel-less, as you will see. Previous to unboxing this device, I was using the phone. I did get to fiddle with it a bit. So you can see the display is not that completely bright, but the colors and the vibrancy do leave quite a good impression on the user. So getting into the actual interface of the phone, the user interface, it's not stock Android. So you would have to be a bit of an advanced user to sort of replace this with stock Android. That requires a whole bunch of plugging in and flashing the phone. If you guys do watch other tech channels, I might be doing some free advertising for my competitors, but I do look up to these guys. Go and check out Linus Tech Tips channel. He does have an episode where he tells you how to flash the phone. That's just a quick, a quick 101. The build quality and the feel of the phone is pretty premium. I mean, for the price, this goes for about $140 on Zubymart's website. For the price, guys, I think this phone could be comparative or comparable to any sort of premium device, especially in South Africa. Those of you who are watching in South Africa, just again, a fine example of what Chinese manufacturers are doing to shake up the mobile market, the mobile game. We went and we did have a camera test with this phone. For the price, again, if you just have to, contextualize the price point, what this phone can do for its price is pretty good. I mean, the clarity and the sharpness of images are good value for money. I mean, if you're looking at the finer details like the capturing the edges of an object or a subject, it does leave a little bit of fuzziness. But again, with the features of the phone, they did try and pack in a lot of technical camera features. So you get slow motion, which I'm not exactly sure works, because we did test it out and the clarity was super grainy. I think it must have been like 480p. So we've got a bunch of features here. We've got slow-mo, we've got normal video. It only shoots in 1080p, it doesn't do 4K. So we've also got normal photo mode. We've got monochrome mode for those of you who like a stylistic look. The monochrome mode is probably your go-to standard if you're using social media apps like Instagram and whatnot. We've also got panorama, which I'm familiar with. It's quite popular on Facebook as well. And Pro mode, of course, is for those of you who like to, you know, tweak all of the individual settings yourself. So that allows for a lot more analog control, which is pretty nice. Again, I think it was a bit ambitious of the manufacturer to sort of pack all these features in. Some of them hit the mark, some of them don't. But just the fact that the manufacturer did try and pack all of these features into the phone does say that, you know, they're really trying to see for you guys as the consumer that if you cannot afford a mid-range or like a super high budget phone, there are devices like these that can pretty much do almost the same thing in a bare bones sense. Hardware of the phone, also a little bit of a mixed bag, but again, if in the bare bones sense, for those of you who are just looking for the most basic things, which is performance and speed. From what I can remember, the phone does pack a Helio P23 chip that is from the MediaTek manufacturer. As mentioned in the previous video, there are only two main manufacturers of chipsets for mobile phones. Qualcomm is your number one, MediaTek is number two. MediaTek, of course, do not have many of the AI features that Qualcomm packs into its chipsets. But that being said, there's still a lot of speed and performance that you would get out of this phone. However, for those of you that are super high-end users that would have a lot of applications open, just be careful about that, because sometimes the phone would, just get rid of all those open apps and then start from scratch. We are packing 4 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM, as well as 64 gigabytes of onboard storage. I've mentioned this in a previous video. Those of you who missed that, I am a proponent of every phone having at least 4 gigabytes of memory and 64 gigabytes of storage, just because modern day life and the speed at which we live life today necessitates that. So yeah. Well, as you can see, video is actually quite sharp, crisp and clear on the full HD display on the phone, which is man, I think all in all, given the price and the context of the price, given all of these features that we've reviewed on the phone, it is fantastic value for money, guys. In fact, I think it's such good value for money. We're actually going to take it out in a following episode down the line and see what the rest of Durban thinks about this phone. Because as far as we can tell, there's no retailers in South Africa putting out stuff like this. Anyway, we hope you guys did enjoy this hopefully brisk video on the review of this phone, and I hope that too much sweat was not dripping off my brow, if I'm not freaking you guys out. It is, wow guys, when I say it's hot in Durban, like we are entering the holiday season, Durban becomes this maelstrom of people that come from all parts of the country and across the globe, and we all enjoy the summer sun and go to the beach and slap some sunscreen on ourselves. Yes, black people need sunscreen as well. I hope that was not news. Anyway, we will be actually taking this phone out because I am so impressed with this phone. I think we're going to do sort of a survey of what people think about this phone in and around Durban. I hope that is going to be loads of fun, guys. And shout outs to Bryce and Maxine. I hope to work with you guys soon. Zubymart is growing and we are definitely excited all the time to be putting out new and exciting content. This is the first of many. So guys, if you like this video, please slap that subscribe button underneath this video. There's also the bell notification icon next to that subscribe button. You will get updates on all of the content whenever we upload new stuff. You guys will get it in an email. I think I did used to say it was like in the corner, but sorry, it's in the bottom. It's in the bottom. It's in the bottom of this video. Click it now. Yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this one. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.